Did you know that chronic inflammation is quietly behind almost every major health problem we face today? We're talking about the kind of inflammation you don't see. It's not the swelling after a sprained ankle or the redness after a cut. It's the slow, hidden fire inside your body, silently burning in your cells and tissues. And here's what's shocking. Studies show chronic inflammation is a root cause in fatigue, brain fog, joint pain, stubborn weight gain, bloating, and digestive problems. But it doesn't stop there. It's also linked to some of the most feared conditions of our time: heart disease, diabetes, autoimmune disorders, thyroid imbalances, depression, and even Alzheimer's disease. Think about that for a moment. Fatigue, pain, belly fat, mental decline. So many different conditions, but all pointing back to the same root issue. And here's the scariest part. Most people walking around today have some level of chronic inflammation, and they don't even know it. They just live with the symptoms, assuming it's normal aging or something they can't change. So, the big question I get from my patients is this: why do I have inflammation in the first place? And what can I do today, not in 10 years, not after a dozen doctor visits, but today to start calming it down and healing my body? That's what this video is about. Today, I'll explain exactly why inflammation starts in your body, and then I'll walk you step by step through my 3-step proven formula to lower inflammation naturally. This is the same system I've used with thousands of patients over the last 2 decades. I've seen it transform their energy, melt away their pain, sharpen their minds, and even reverse long-standing health conditions that medicine said were lifelong. Stick with me, because once you understand the system, you'll finally have a roadmap to start reversing inflammation in your body and feel better faster than you think possible. Why you're not healing. The root causes. Let's get real for a moment. Inflammation doesn't just happen randomly. Your body doesn't wake up one morning and say, "Hey, let's create joint pain, brain fog, and bloating today." No, your body creates inflammation for a reason. It's a response. It's your immune system trying to protect you. But here's the problem. When inflammation never gets turned off, it becomes damaging instead of protective. So unless you know the root causes of what's triggering it, you can't fix it. After years of treating patients, here's what I've discovered. Almost everyone struggling with chronic inflammation has a mix of these 5 major root causes. And when you address them, healing starts quickly. 1. Poor diet choices. Our modern diet is one of the biggest drivers of inflammation. Sugar is the #1 culprit. White sugar, brown sugar, honey, even so-called healthy jaggery or agave. All of them spike your blood sugar, which sets off inflammatory reactions. Processed foods and fried foods are stripped of nutrients and loaded with preservatives, refined oils, and chemicals that irritate the gut lining and immune system. Modern dairy and gluten. These are not the same foods our grandparents ate. Today's milk is often from cows treated with hormones and antibiotics. Wheat has been hybridized to contain more gluten than ever. Both are major triggers for inflammation, especially in people with gut sensitivity. And here's something most people miss. Even if you're eating clean now, years of poor food choices in the past can leave behind what I call an inflammatory footprint. Your gut microbiome, your liver, your immune system, they carry the memory of that abuse for years. That's why diet repair is step 1. 2. Chronic stress. Stress is a silent inflamer. When you're under stress, your body releases cortisol and adrenaline. These are useful in small bursts. They help you run from danger or power through a challenge. But when stress is chronic, from work deadlines, financial worries, relationships, or even just information overload, your body stays in a constant fight or flight mode. Here's what happens. Digestion slows down, immunity weakens, blood sugar rises, and your body produces more inflammatory chemicals. You literally marinate in inflammation every single day. 3. Nutrient deficiencies. You might be eating enough calories, but your cells are starving. Most people are deficient in vitamin D, crucial for controlling inflammation and regulating immunity. Most are also deficient in omega-3 fatty acids, which are natural inflammation fighters. At the same time, our diets are overloaded with omega-6 oils from canola, sunflower, safflower, soybean oils. These oils tilt your body into an inflammatory imbalance. Imagine a seesaw. Too many omega as excess, not enough omega-3s, and inflammation wins. 4. Toxin overload. We live in a toxic world. Pesticides on our food, plastics in our water bottles, heavy metals in fish or fillings, mold in old houses, even common household cleaners. Your body sees all of these as foreign invaders and reacts with inflammation. Day after day, the load grows heavier until your body is overwhelmed. 5. Hidden infections. This one surprises people. Gut imbalances like candida overgrowth, parasites, SIBO, or chronic viral infections like Epstein-Barr keep your immune system constantly activated. It's like having a low-grade infection smoldering in the background 24/7. And the result? Your body never gets to turn off the inflammation switch. Now here's the kicker. Most people don't just have one of these causes. They usually have 2, 3, or even all 5 working together. That's why inflammation doesn't just go away on its own. It has to be addressed with a comprehensive system, which is exactly what I'm about to show you. Step 1. Reset with an anti-inflammatory diet. Let's start with the foundation. Food is either your greatest medicine or your slowest poison. When I sit down with patients, the very first thing I ask them is not, "What's your diagnosis?" but "What's on your plate?" Because 9 times out of 10, what you eat every single day is either fanning the flames of inflammation or putting them out. So here's the reset I give my patients. It's simple, it's powerful, and you can start today. What to remove immediately. Think of this as clearing out the junk from your body's inflammation storage unit. Added sugars and sweeteners. White sugar, brown sugar, honey, agave, corn syrup, artificial sweeteners. Why? They spike your blood sugar, which triggers insulin surges, which directly fuel inflammation. I often tell patients, sugar is like pouring gasoline on a fire. Processed fried or fast food, chips, packaged snacks, deep-fried foods, fast food burgers. They're high in omega-6 oils and preservatives that irritate your gut. Modern dairy, conventional milk, cheese, ice cream. Most dairy today comes from cows treated with hormones and antibiotics, which end up inside you. Gluten and refined grains. White bread, pasta, pastries. Even whole wheat can be problematic due to its hybridization. For many people, gluten triggers leaky gut and immune responses. Vegetable oils. Canola, soybean, safflower, sunflower, corn oil. These oils are cheap and everywhere, restaurants, packaged foods, even so-called healthy granola bars. They are highly inflammatory and create an omega-6 overload. What to ADD instead? This is where the magic happens. Instead of fanning the fire, you'll be bringing in fire extinguishers. Colorful non-starchy vegetables. Think rainbow, broccoli, spinach, kale, peppers, carrots, beets, purple cabbage. Each color represents unique phytonutrients and antioxidants that neutralize free radicals and calm inflammation. High-quality proteins. Plant-based? Load up on lentils, chickpeas, chia seeds, hemp seeds, quinoa, walnuts. Meat eater? Choose wild-caught salmon, grass-fed beef, pasture-raised chicken, or eggs from free-range hens. Healthy fats. Avocados, extra virgin olive oil, flax seeds, coconut oil, fatty fish. These fats don't make you fat. They stabilize blood sugar, repair cell membranes, and help your body use fat as clean fuel. Herbs and spices. Turmeric, ginger, garlic, cinnamon, rosemary, oregano. These are not just flavor enhancers. They are medicinal anti-inflammatories your ancestors used daily. Patient story. I had a patient named Sarah, a 46-year-old mom with joint pain, bloating, and brain fog. She thought her problems were just normal aging. We cut out sugar, dairy, gluten, and processed foods. She added colorful veggies, fatty fish, and an anti-inflammatory morning tonic. In just 21 days, her pain dropped by 70%. Her energy doubled. She lost 9 pounds without counting calories. That's the power of food. It flips your body from inflamed to healing. Daily anti-inflammatory drink. Try this simple tonic. Warm water, half a teaspoon turmeric, half a teaspoon ginger, juice of half a lemon, a dash of black pepper. Drink this every morning. It wakes up your digestion, reduces inflammation, and supports your liver detox pathways. Thousands of my patients swear by this drink, and many report feeling lighter and clearer within just a week. Step 2. Use targeted supplements. Diet lays a foundation, but sometimes your body needs an extra boost to speed up healing. That's where supplements come in. Think of supplements like turbochargers for your body's natural healing processes. They're not a replacement for food, but when used wisely, they can accelerate recovery dramatically. Here are my top 3 inflammation-fighting supplements I prescribe most often. 1. Vitamin D plus K2. Vitamin D acts like a master hormone for your immune system. Low levels are linked to higher inflammation, more pain, and greater risk of autoimmune disease. But here's the trick. Vitamin D works best with vitamin K2. K2 directs calcium into your bones where it belongs, instead of your arteries. Dosage. Most adults need 2,000 to 1,500 IU of vitamin D daily, depending on blood levels. Always test first if you can. 2. High-dose omega-3s, EPA plus DHA. Omega. 3 fatty acids are nature's built-in anti-inflammatories. They balance out the excess omega-6 oils in our modern diet. Clinical research shows omega-3s reduce joint pain, lower risk of heart disease, and even improve mood. Dosage. At least 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams of combined EPA plus DHA daily. Look for fish oil or algae oil with third-party purity testing. 3. Curcumin with absorption boosters. Curcumin is the active compound in turmeric. It's one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatories discovered. But here's the problem. Curcumin on its own doesn't absorb well. That's why the best supplements include black pepper extract, piperine, or liposomal delivery. Dosage. 500 to 1,000 milligrams daily of bioavailable curcumin. Bonus herbs. For stubborn inflammation, I also use boswellia, Indian frankincense, quercetin, ginger extract. These provide an extra layer of support, especially in autoimmune cases. Patient story. One of my patients, Michael, had struggled with rheumatoid arthritis for 12 years. Pain medications gave him temporary relief, but the inflammation always returned. We added omega-3s and high-absorption curcumin on top of his anti-inflammatory diet. Within 6 weeks, he was able to cut his pain meds in half. Within 3 months, his lab markers for inflammation dropped dramatically. Supplements don't cure everything, but when paired with the right foods, they unlock powerful results. Step 3. Balance your lifestyle. Now let's talk about the piece most people overlook. Lifestyle. Your daily habits can either keep inflammation burning or put out for good. Here are the lifestyle pillars that matter most. 1. Stress management. Chronic stress is gasoline on the inflammation fire. The fastest way to calm your stress response is through breath work. Just 5 minutes of deep, slow breathing lowers cortisol and reduces inflammatory markers. Other options: meditation, journaling, prayer, nature walks, or even music therapy. 2. Sleep. Sleep is when your body repairs damage and clears inflammatory debris. Miss sleep and your body produces more IL-6 and CRP, 2 key inflammatory chemicals. Aim for 7 to 8 hours with consistent bed and wake times. 3. Movement. You don't need extreme workouts. In fact, over-exercising can increase inflammation. Instead, focus on consistent, moderate movement. A 20 to 30-minute daily walk. Yoga or stretching. 2 to 3 sessions of light strength training per week. Movement improves circulation, boosts your mitochondria, and reduces inflammation. 4. Hydration and detox. Drink at least half your body weight in ounces of filtered water daily. Reduce exposure to plastics, chemical cleaners, and pesticides where possible. Support your liver detox with cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, kale, and Brussels sprouts. Patient story. Linda, a 52-year-old teacher, came to me with joint pain, fatigue, and brain fog. She was eating clean, but still struggled. We discovered her stress and sleep were completely out of balance. She was sleeping 5 hours a night and rushing through her days. We worked on sleep hygiene, added a bedtime routine, and introduced 10 minutes of journaling plus 15 minutes of walking daily. Within 4 weeks, She felt like a different person. Pain went down, energy went up, and she said, "For the first time in years, I feel like myself again." Lifestyle matters just as much as food and supplements. So let's recap the 3-step formula. Reset your diet, remove inflammatory foods, add healing foods. Use targeted supplements, vitamin D, omega-3s, and curcumin can be game changers. Balance your lifestyle, manage stress, sleep deeply, move daily, and support detox. This system has helped thousands of my patients overcome fatigue, joint pain, weight struggles, and even autoimmune flare-ups. And here's the exciting part. You don't need expensive treatments to see results. With consistency, many people notice real improvements in just 3 to 4 weeks. So here's my challenge for you. Commit to this plan for 1 month. Then come back and share your results in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. If this video helped you, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs this message. Natural healing should be common knowledge, but it starts with us spreading the word. Remember, inflammation doesn't have control of your life. Give your body the right tools, and it will heal itself. Thanks for watching. Take care of your health, and I'll see you in the next one.